welcome or welcome back to the channel if it's your first time here. It's me, Pigeons, and in today's video I will be doing a tarot and oracle card reading especially for you, for your relaxation. If you are interested in this kind of video, please go ahead and give it a like and a subscribe, and check out the description for links to my other social media. So, before we begin, I would like to preface this by saying that tarot is not meant to be taken completely seriously. Tarot is meant as a form of entertainment. So take all of this with a grain of salt. And if it resonates with you, wonderful, but you are in no way obligated to take any advice the tarot gives you. Okay. Also, I tried recording this video once before, and my microphone cut out in the middle of filming. So I have to refilm. I did keep all of the cards that were drawn before, so the reading will remain the same. We're not missing any messages, and I'll just shuffle these cards a little bit so that you don't miss out on the lovely shuffling sounds. All right, let's go ahead and lay these cards out. This card I will save for the end. I use that deck specifically to summarize readings. All right, there we go. So I've got some tarot cards here, and then I've got several other cards that we pulled from several other oracle decks, and I have all of the guidebooks so I can let you know what deck they're from. Now let's start off with this. This is a box that contains several crystals, and I'm going to select a couple out of here that I feel will be beneficial for your reading. Firstly, let's go ahead with this small tumbled amethyst piece, and another small amethyst, and then I really like this is a smoky quartz point. Smoky quartz is said to absorb negative energy. And this one as well. This is an onyx point, and onyx is also said to absorb negative energies and to help keep us grounded, less anxious, and feeling more secure in ourselves. All right, let's begin this reading with your 3 tarot cards representing your past, the present, and the future. I specifically drew these cards with the question in mind of what does my subscriber, my viewer, need to know within the next several months. So let's start with your first card, the Hierophant. The Hierophant symbolizes the past in your life. The present, you have the 4 of Swords. So this is what you're experiencing currently. And then what you can expect in the near future is the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man. Interesting. Very similar energies between these cards. So let's begin here with the Hierophant. The Hierophant symbolizes reflection, inner peace, rituals, implementing new rituals and routines in your life that resonate deeply with you. This is all about spirituality and a deeper connection with yourself. So perhaps within the last few months, you have been getting to know yourself a little bit better. Perhaps you feel more connected with yourself, more centered. Perhaps you feel an inner knowing of what your life's purpose may be. Perhaps you have been practicing new self-care rituals. It could be anything really, from implementing a new morning routine, new bedtime routine. Perhaps you've started working out. Perhaps you've started meditating. Any sort of routines could be symbolized by the Hierophant. So yeah, perhaps you may have found yourself wanting to kind of try out new things in your life that you feel align more with who you are and more with the life that you wish to lead. Perhaps this could be, cutting out negative people of your life, being more choosy with the kind of energies you associate with, because you've become so aware of the kind of people you'd like to surround yourself with, as well as the kind of energy that you would like around you. The Hierophant can also symbolize vows. So perhaps there has been some sort of contract or vows that maybe you have taken within the past several months. So this could indicate marriage. This could also indicate a new job, any commitments that you may have taken on within the past few months. That might have also been in the cards for you. Moving on from the Hierophant to the present. In your present, you have got the 4 of Swords. This indicates the need for quiet, reflection, and a period of contemplation, of quiet rest. Perhaps you have discovered some truths about yourself over the past few months, or maybe you've been thinking a lot about the way your life has been going and wanting to make these changes. Right now, you've got so much going on in your head that it would be best to take some time back. Take a step back. It's time to rest, relax, don't worry too much, and allow those thoughts to sort themselves out. Instead of focusing so much on what you're thinking, because the swords do represent our thoughts, instead of focusing so much on your thoughts, try and, still your mind, rest, and perhaps meditate on them, and the answers will come. So currently, that would be very beneficial for you if you are not doing it already. Starting up a meditation practice. Yoga is also quite good for your whole body, but also it's very Four of Swords energy. Yeah, rest and relaxation right now. Taking care of your mind, taking care of yourself, and really taking care of your mental health at this time. If you haven't been, now would be the time to start. Allow yourself to rest. I think that there's a stigma in society that if we take a day off for, say, our mental health, or, if we say no to that party invitation, then we are not being productive, or we are being lazy, or all of these negative stereotypes and negative assumptions. But really, it is essential that we preserve our well-being and protect our well-being over all else, because if we do not have our well-being, what do we really have? So be okay with taking a day off, or spending a day in bed on the weekend, or if you've got other obligations like children, a family, allow yourself to take a couple hours for yourself. Grab a book, take a nap, think about yourself too. Okay, so you have a lot to think about right now, and this will be in direct relation to everything that the Hierophant encompasses. So this could be a lot of thought being put into what direction you want your life to be going in, and these new changes that you have implemented, or that you have been deeply considering implementing, that are more in line with who you are and your satisfaction in life. So, and then we've got, in the future position, the Hanged Man. This card is actually quite interesting in relation to especially this Four of Swords. So the Hanged Man is indicating that rest is still needed. So you should be in a period, or perhaps are in a period, of rest and contemplation right now. The Hanged Man is indicating that this is something that will require some patience. Whatever changes you are looking to make in your life, whatever beneficial routines you are looking to make in your life, let's try to view them as the path to the long-term results that you want. Now is not the time to rush out into the world and try to make things happen. It's not that fiery energy. It's not that pushing energy. The Hanged Man is extremely still. And in fact, he can't move. So all he's able to do is watch, learn, observe, and be patient as the universe works its magic. Be patient. Continue doing what you're doing. Continue working on these new routines, on these new endeavors, or continue working towards your goals, but not aggressively. There's no need to push and push and push. Trust that the results will naturally come to you. Yes, trust and patience. And through this entire thing, self-care, allowing yourself to, not overwork yourself, to not overexert yourself. Trust that the process is working and that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your goals towards you. So sitting back, not necessarily doing nothing, but sitting back, being patient and allowing what you want to come to you. The Hanged Man. Quite interesting, though. A very contemplative time in your life. A time in your life that requires a lot of stillness, a lot of patience, and a lot of trust that things are going to work out. Okay, so that is your tarot. Now let's add some additional information with the oracle cards that we have here. I'm going to start here. This card is from the Vibrational Energy Oracle Cards Guidebook by Debbie A. Anderson. This is indeed a less well-known oracle deck, but I personally quite enjoy it. So the card that you have here is Blessings. How beautiful. So we see a pair of hands coming from the heavens and raining down blessings upon the pair of hands below them. This could indicate that blessings are coming your way, like we were talking about. Trust that the universe is working to bring you what you desire. Let's gather some more information from the guidebook. If you allow yourself to take that step back and open yourself up, you will receive blessings too. The beauty of receiving and giving blessings is heaven sent. The light essence vibration of unconditional love and healing to the mind and body on a cellular level is liberating and energizing. Languish in the universal forces of all that has happened in the past is history. Interesting. So actually your tarot can indicate healing also from past wounds and, moving your life forward. There's definitely a sense of ease to this, but a sense of forward moving and a sense of releasing the past. And this is quite interesting that it says that once you released what has happened in the past, the universe will help assist you in moving forward, and it will become very apparent that there are so many new opportunities for you, no matter what in your future, that will be so beneficial to you, that will be more in line with who you know yourself to be. All right, next, let's go for this one, the Moonology deck. That's this here. This. I don't know if you can see that here, but this is Moonology Oracle Cards Guidebook by Yasmin Boland. And this here, your card, is New Moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the equation. Interesting. I love these, the card backs too, the moon cycles. But what this could be indicating, sorry about the remote there, that's for the lights behind me, didn't notice it. But this could be indicating, how I interpret it, is the need for self-love. Allowing yourself rest and relaxation, and allowing yourself to heal and release and open up again and kind of, let your walls, your guard down slowly. This is all self-love, allowing yourself to accept love into your life and allowing yourself the opportunity to take a step back and set boundaries with your time and with yourself as well. So bringing love into the situation. Let's gather some more information on that new moon in Aquarius. And you perhaps are an Aquarius yourself. Let me know in the comments if you are an Aquarius yourself. That would be quite interesting. Okay. So, wow, this message really does tie in well. So this says, Aquarius is all about progress, so this is the time to move forwards. The new moon in Aquarius means no looking back. Interesting. So, something perhaps happened to you in the past that you have been struggling with, that has been holding you back from allowing yourself to have those connections and that love, perhaps even to go after what you truly want in life. Something has been holding you back, and it's time to let it go and to allow yourself to move forwards in life. You deserve it. Change is on its way. Whether you get the change you want depends on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. So I think that this is a very individualistic kind of energy. I think that it's a very, like I said, you're not pushing out into the world. Now is the time to kind of draw your energy inwards. This is your journey, and it will come quicker for you when you do that healing on your own, when you search for the answers within instead of going out and seeking the answers. Allow the answers to come to you. Be loving. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up, okay? Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. There is a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Wow. Interesting. So there is something from your past that's holding you back, and that you've been thinking about. All of these swords, all of these thoughts have just been jumbled around in your mind, and it's time to rest and sort these out. This also does say that thinking outside the box will bring the solution, so there can be a creative element to this too. Perhaps picking up a new expressive hobby, maybe art, will be very healing for you as well with that creative element. Interesting. All right, next I think that I will let's do the Fairies. So this is the Oracle of the Fairies by Karen K. The artwork in this book is so lovely. So when I was shuffling these, I actually had two come out, so I just took them both. The first one we have is Light. These are very shiny. I hope you can see it. This says, the Fairy Queen of Light comes to shed love and light onto your current situation and to remind you that light can penetrate the darkness. Wow. So there's a lot of negative thoughts in your mind lately, and allowing yourself to receive love as it comes to you. Love is so healing, and allowing our fears of being loved and our fears of past relationships and our fears of opening up, vulnerability, allowing those to keep us from experiencing these deep, loving connections with friends, family, lovers, that you're really robbing yourself of a lot of joy, you know? And accepting the fact that perhaps things may not work out in the end, but accepting that with love for the other person and with love for yourself and the inner knowing that no matter what, you can never lose yourself. You know, you've always got you, and anything more that comes into your life is a blessing, a blessing. So allow the light to penetrate the darkness in your mind. Allow love and light into your current situation, but use your discernment. I think with the Hierophant, perhaps you've been doing a lot of reflecting on the types of people that you would like to welcome into your life. I think perhaps you may have been taken advantage of in the past or been subject to some less than ideal behaviors from others in relationship. And I think that you are reevaluating the types of people that you truly want to give yourself to and give your time to. But when you find those people, allow them in. Allow them to love you. All right. We've also got, oh, this is really interesting too, manifestation. This is so relevant. I love that fall scenery. The manifestation card comes out. So when we manifest, it's really important that we get super clear on what we want and we know exactly what we want. When we know what we want and we're aligned with ourselves, we exude that energy and the universe responds. What kind of energy you put out is what will come back to you. So being very honest and clear about what you wish to manifest in your life. This definitely comes back to what is going on here. This makes a lot of sense. The Hierophant, new beginnings, moving forward with new habits, new rituals, new ways of living that are very healthy and beneficial to you. And a lot of thoughtful consideration. So maybe right now you're using your time to get super clear on what it is that you want. What kind of person is it that you want in your life? Perhaps you're reconsidering your career. What exactly is it that you would like to do with your life? What path do you want to walk down? And don't hold yourself back from thinking big. And this says, step 1 to manifestation is writing it down on paper. So maybe keeping a journal of your thoughts too. And spending the time looking inward and getting very clear about the path that you wish to take in your life. Very clear about it, and the blessings will come your way. Interesting. And the clearer you are with that new moon in Aquarius energy, the quicker it will come to you. Interesting. But I feel like self-care, self-love, and self-respect, respectful boundaries, respect for yourself, love for yourself is going to be very important in this whole process. I feel like it's been a long lifetime of allowing yourself to be taken advantage of in different ways. Okay, next we have got such a beautiful deck. This one is gorgeous. This is by Rebecca Campbell. It's the Work Your Light Oracle deck. I love this one. So this is the back. And you've got awakening. Wow, how lovely. Okay, so you've got awakening, upgrades, a new way of being and integration, Wow, once again, this is so extremely relevant to whatever it is that you've been going through here. A new way of being. You no longer want to go down that path that you were going down that made you feel less than ideal, not good about yourself. It's time for you to live your life for you. Awakening. You are going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you at many levels. You are starting to remember truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you are here. I have goosebumps. This is super relevant. You may find that you're experiencing flashbacks, past life flashbacks. So perhaps you are just finding that you have this inner knowing and these sudden realizations of what it is that you should be doing here with this life. And how all of the choices that you've made through your life have kind of led you here. The most important for this time is to not overthink it. So many thoughts in your head. And to stay grounded. Interesting. The onyx is very helpful with grounding, getting out into nature. Share your experiences with like-minded people while you consciously integrate them. Journaling, paying attention to your dreams is also important in this time. Your dreams can be helpful. You are realizing and recognizing exactly why you are here, exactly the kind of people you would like to surround yourself with, exactly what it is that you'd like to do with your life. And then this says here, during this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. There are ideas, truths, concepts, creations waiting to be birthed into this world. Stay open to receiving them. Stay open, drop your guards down, open up to receiving love and blessings. Pulling this card may be a sign that you are about to bring some sort of creation into the world. Interesting with that creative aspect. Perhaps you're being called to make a shift in your life in order to be of service to others. Don't think too much about it. Instead, let it come to you. Don't overthink it. This will happen. So, opening your heart up and helping others is very healing for our own souls, honestly. All right. Next, we've got, I love this deck, The Divine Animals Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. This is the seahorse, equality. Interesting. So, like I was saying before, in more than one area of your life, in love relationships, at work, perhaps you have felt like you are not being treated as an equal. Perhaps you have felt like you've been taken advantage of. And that, you have been treated less than you deserve, and like you have been kind of exploited in a way is kind of the word that's coming to me. Your generosity and kind nature have been exploited and people have used you. Let's see. Seeking equality in relationships, in particular in intimate relationships, love relationships. You are reevaluating, or you have been thinking a lot about what you want in your life. Perhaps you've recently gone through a breakup, or a divorce, or some sort of situation that has brought to light that you really were not treated well. You will attract what you resonate, so the energy you put out will be attracted back to you. You can decide your future. You are deciding your future. Any future that you wish. Hiding from our fears is rarely a good strategy with this light card. Hiding and closing yourself in. and keeping the darkness inside, the darkness of fear, in fear of allowing the light in. It's never good. It's time to ensure that the domestic and emotional labor in your world is shared equally. Yeah, wow, yeah, I'm definitely getting the feeling that you may have been spending a lot of time feeling kind of used and taken advantage of, you know? And in love, it's so important that we find a partner that kind of matches our energy and that will treat us like the equal that we are, you know? You are one half of a team when you're in a relationship, and you should never feel taken advantage of. And then to segue from that to this card, this is a love oracle card. There's the back. It's got a bunch of famous people and just some tips and tricks. So there's the past, or the short term, the present, and the long term. So the short term, and you've got Ernest Hemingway. It says, treasure those seconds when you felt your heart beating. Allowing yourself to feel that love. Treasuring those seconds when you felt your heart beating. Being able to recognize that the experience of love may not always be permanent, and just appreciating the good times, you know, recognizing the good times without allowing the bad times to ruin those good memories. Treasuring those times when you really felt your heart racing, you felt alive. Those are good memories. Even if the overall relationship may not have been overall wonderful, there still is always something good that comes out of them. Okay, in the present, don't allow any tourists into your own private Paris. That's also quite interesting. Like we were saying, right now, it's definitely a time for you to go inward and really build your inner worlds and learn a lot about yourself, and to know yourself truly as you are, and to value yourself, your inner self. Don't allow any tourists into your inner world. So people who are just there out of curiosity, you know, distinguish, try to, you know, distinguish the difference between people who truly want to know you for you and, you know, are just trying to get something out of you in a sense. So I think this kind of means like looking for like-minded people and finding those people who you can really be yourself with, who value you at your core, not just people passing through who don't actually truly value you. Those people shouldn't have access to the deepest parts of you anyways. They don't deserve it. Okay. And the long-term message here is to love someone and mean it is a rare and valuable thing. So don't take away the opportunity to experience true love. True love is so healing, and although sometimes it doesn't last forever, true love is a beautiful human experience, you know. And if you have your guard up, and you've built walls up, then no matter what, you'll never allow yourself to experience that love, whether or not it was meant to last or wasn't. You'll just never experience any of it, and you're really robbing yourself of that happiness that love brings. A lot of inner reflection, self-reflection, a lot of thought, a lot of growth in this time. Now these are part of this deck, crystal reading cards by Rachel Sharman with all these crystals. I love this deck for just quick messages, and I've pulled 5 of them for you. So we're just going to get some last minute insight into deeper meanings here with this crystal deck. And we've got moonstone, cycles, petrified wood, ancestors, relaxation, dreams, and conflict. Okay, that's quite interesting. So I feel like whatever it is that kind of was the catalyst for you deciding to be more conscious of your habits and who you kind of let into your life, and getting to know yourself better, I feel like you're coming out of a period of conflict. It may have been with somebody else, perhaps whoever made you feel like you are not equal, like used and taken advantage of. I feel like there's been a lot of conflict, and even this could indicate currently you are feeling a sense of inner conflict, all of these conflicting thoughts bouncing around in your head that you are working to rein in and understand. So it might feel, growth and transformation oftentimes is not easy, and you might feel at conflict with yourself, but just keep going. Recognize that with time and patience, it will turn out beautifully, even better than you imagined, and you'll be on a path that is more suited to you. Like we already mentioned, we have the Herkimer diamond here. We already mentioned that dreams will be important in this time, and that is being reiterated here. So I would recommend keeping a journal, perhaps a manifestation journal, but maybe keeping a journal at your bedside table and just quickly jotting down any notable dreams that you may have had. You might find that there are recurring themes, and perhaps there will be some sort of message in there that will be beneficial to you. And even just paying attention to the dreams and the themes that we may see a lot in our dreams can be beneficial. All right, and then basically a very main and underlying theme of this entire reading really is rest and relaxation. We have another indication that it's time for relaxation. Growth is very difficult, especially when you've got so much going on in your mind, and you feel like you're being pulled in all sorts of directions. It's allow yourself that care for yourself. Allow yourself to take that time to heal, relax, sort yourself out, rest, build up your energy. Let's see. You have called upon this card to remind you to take some time out for yourself. Life can get busy and crazy. It's easy to get carried away with the intense energies of work, commitments, all the other aspects of life that require attention. Slow down, take a deep breath, relax. It's an important time for you to listen to this guidance and do something that's going to nurture you through this entire process. So whatever relaxation means for you, it doesn't have to be a bubble bath with a glass of wine or whatever. Any way that you prefer to relax. Maybe you like fishing. Maybe you like watching the football game. Maybe you like putting earbuds in and listening to your favorite music. Take some time out of your day for you to enjoy and center yourself. You may have been working too hard, you may be under stress, or you may have recently had an experience that's left you feeling depleted. You may just be in need of a refreshing change. Take a well-earned holiday, turn off your phone, sit under a tree, connect with nature, walk on the beach, spend time with your pets, read, write, sing, dance. Like we said, those creative outlets could also hold a very important healing aspect to them in this time. We've also got the Petrified Wood card, which is called Ancestors, the Ancestors card. This indicates that maybe you have cycles. Interesting. Maybe you've grown up and seen these cycles repeat throughout your family. Perhaps grandparents, parents have inherited through learned behaviors to allow people to take advantage of them, in relationship, at work, and perhaps this has been something that you have observed and picked up yourself, So this could be a behavior that has been learned over generations and generations, passed down through your ancestors, but you don't need to continue this behavior of allowing people to treat you in a way that you don't deserve. And then moonstone cycles. Our life is constantly in cycle. You know what they say, what goes up must come down. We're constantly learning and growing and going through changes and going through cycles in our lives. But perhaps you have pinpointed a specific cycle that you see repeating in your life, in relationship, whether that be toxic relationship after relationship, or the same kind of behaviors drawing you in that aren't necessarily the healthiest. Perhaps it's, personal behaviors. Perhaps it has to do with taking care of yourself, going through cycles of, starting and stopping these beneficial routines, recognizing where you cycle, and trying to break these negative cycles with love, also accepting that cycles in our life are inevitable and can be a very good thing too. Okay, so that is all of your tarot and oracle cards here. How I like to end all of the readings that I do is with one card out of this tarot deck, Dreams of Gaia tarot deck. I have never had a card that I've used to sum up a reading be wrong, and there's always some very insightful pieces of wisdom. Okay, so you've got the 9 of, is that Earth? I think it's the 9 of Earth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the book to this page and directly read you the message. The messages in this deck are just very profound. Is this air? Perhaps it's air. No, it is Earth, the 9 of Earth. Here we go. So, this card, the keywords here, interesting: altruism, generosity, charity, giving, selflessness, benevolence, humility, receiving, and self-love. That's pretty valid. So, the 9 of Earth represents altruism, charity, and generosity. Have you suddenly found that your life is full of harmony? That you are creative and happy at this time? Abundance and true wealth surround you. Material possessions are less important than they once were. Yet you want for nothing and have no need or desire for more. Instead, you choose to serve a higher purpose. Serving a higher purpose and give to others who have less. Wow, maybe it would be a great time to volunteer. To help others in need or to support a worthy charitable cause is the act of a generous and caring spirit. But who is worthy? Who is deserving? Do you give without bias or expectation? Do you give equally to all in need? Or is your generosity conditional? What is it that you seek to gain from the act of giving? These are also questions the Nine of Earth asks you to consider. This is so interesting. I think this is the third indication that charitable work and giving back and doing something that you think is very meaningful and helpful is going to be very important for you. Perhaps this will have to do with the new path you are forging for yourself here. An act of charity born from compassion can be transforming. To know that you've played a role in helping others can inspire a deep sense of satisfaction and well-being. It can be healing, not only for those who are helped, but for those who help. However, in some, it can also give rise to a sense of entitlement and self-importance, and it can inspire a belief that acknowledgement and praise should be given. I have seen this happen. Yeah, so just thinking about our motives, but based on all of this, your motives are definitely good. Altruism is the selfless act of giving, to give without expectation of reward, to simply give because you can and choose to, and nothing more. But also, altruism is good to an extent. Be careful that you're not being taken advantage of. I think that you are, by nature, a very kind, compassionate, and giving person. And because you have got this amazing energy and you are just a loving, caring person, some people have exploited that side of you, and you have been taken advantage of because of this. And that's not to say that you should close off, which I think is something that maybe you have been doing, just being tired of always feeling like you're giving and giving and giving to the same people and just feeling drained. Closing off is not the answer. Finding the right people is. The Nine of Earth signifies that it might be time to go through your cupboards and remove all that you no longer need and do not use. Give to local charitable organizations that work to help those in need within your community. And if you have any skeletons in those closets, it might also be wise to deal with them too. Interesting. Okay, listen to this here though. This kind of summarizes all of this. There's a lot of truth in the old saying that charity begins at home. Yet so many people are willing to give to their families or a complete stranger a level of care and attention that they are unwilling to give to themselves. The Nine of Earth asks, do you speak kindly of yourself, or are you constantly criticizing what you perceive to be your flaws and weaknesses? Will you generously knit another person a sweater while you stand there shivering because you've not taken the time to knit one for yourself? Do you have a habit of giving your time to everyone else and leaving none for yourself? My goodness, I have goosebumps. This really ties it all together. Remember, if you do not look after yourself and treat yourself with the same compassion and consideration that you afford others, this neglect may very well take a physical toll. And how will you be able to look after others if your health has failed you? Like I was saying, if we don't have our health, we've got nothing. If you are feeling under the weather, take the time to rest and heal. Wow. Address your health concerns, even the minor ones. The Shadow Nine of Earth symbolizes a need to be charitable and kind to yourself so that you can, in turn, be kind and charitable to others. That's amazing. It's definitely the time right now to take all of that energy that you've been giving out to other people and give it to yourself and love yourself. Wow, guys. All right. Let me know if this sounds like you, sounds like something you've been going through. I'd be super interested to know. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more ASMR content. And thank you for watching. Have a wonderful